Hi there, it's Jennifer Trask, mindset coach and business advisor for coaches and healers. And in this video, we are talking about how to find and use patience to your advantage when building your business. Now, I'm really excited about this, and usually when I make my videos, they're a little bit more pointed, meaning like, oh, here's 1, 2, 3 things to do. But I kind of just wanted to have a little bit more of a candid conversation around this because I know this topic so well, meaning I was the most impatient person you can imagine, especially when it comes to business. And I've worked with so many coaches now, and so I really get this impatience thing and feeling like, but I want it now, and what to do when this happens. And I think one of the most important things to understand when it comes to this topic is to understand that businesses are just like relationships. So I always say that you are in a relationship with your business. And just like when you start a new relationship, so let's say it's an intimate relationship, the way to have the most fun and allow it to flourish is to allow it to flourish. That's the key word, allow. And ultimately, if you are in a relationship and you're trying to push it to the next level and the other person is not ready for the next level, then what ends up happening? You end up with a lot of resistance, right? And the same thing happens in business. If you're trying to grow your business and you're trying to get to this sort of next level and you're sort of pushing it, like willing it to get there, but it's not ready, you get resistance. And what that looks like in your business is, you get a lot of no's, you get frustrated, money doesn't come as easily, ideas sort of feel stalled. It's just kind of a mess, and it's not fun, right? And I really think that happens because you don't know what you don't know. So let's say, for example, that you are a brand new coach and you want to be a six-figure coach. Okay, so making like $100,000 a year, say. Well, the thing is when you're brand new and you don't know anything versus when you're making six figures, there's quite a gap in knowledge and application of that knowledge. So this is a very good example of when you need patience. Now, I'm not saying that to get from here to there, it has to take you any specific amount of time. This video is not about time. This video is more about how to use patience to your advantage, which really ultimately means how to use universal forces to your advantage. Because when you feel like you should be here, but you're here instead, and you feel icky about it, now you've created your own resistance. And when you create resistance, you can think of it like if you are standing up straight, okay, and you have blocks, bricks all around. Like say you have a brick wall, 4 walls around you, okay, and let's say like the sunshine is abundance. It is all your good ideas. It's the resources. It's the money. It's the clients. It's the next coach you need. The next course you need to take. Okay. So what happens is when you're very impatient, okay, and you're pushing, it's like putting more blocks and making your wall bigger so then the abundance cannot shine down on you. This is what you're doing from a energetic standpoint. But what happens is when you are more free and you understand you don't know what you know, so you just get excited about learning and taking the next logical step, then what happens is the bricks come down, the metaphorical bricks come down, and the sun just keeps shining down on the next idea, the next course you need, the next skill that you need, the next person in your business, the next. And this is how it's so much easier to grow a business. Whereas, and I think the impatience comes because when you don't know what the next step is for very long, it can feel like, am I ever going to get there? But you just have to trust. You have to trust and cultivate this understanding that all things in due time, right? All things in due time. And your job is to always take the next logical step. When you try to think too many steps ahead, that's when you get into overwhelm and frustration and a whole bunch of other things. So, like, it's as simple as, if you're not regularly marketing yet, like for example, if you're new and you want to be, having regular clients, well, the first thing you need to do is you need to find your 3 to 5 marketing tactics that you're going to do on a regular basis. You need to get a website up, be blogging, you might be on Facebook, you might start doing webinars or something like that. You pick just a few, not too many, because otherwise you're going to go crazy. And the thing is like, if you're new, like, you need to get used to that. You need to get used to putting yourself out there on a consistent basis and having people communicate with you and having clients and doing discovery calls and all that. So if all of a sudden you hear about some mega advanced marketing tactic and you're doing like sequencing funnels and tags and all this stuff, which is excellent marketing, but if you're completely brand new and you're just trying to get yourself out there regularly, well, wanting to go there is a very big jump. And so don't feel bad that you're not there. When it becomes the next logical step, it's going to make so much sense. It's just like a relationship. Like when you begin dating, you're not looking to get married, you're just looking to date. And then maybe you become exclusive, and then maybe you move in together, and then maybe you get engaged and then married. And you see where I'm going with this. So your business is sort of the same way. Now, sometimes in business, you're going to skip steps, and that's okay. But it's because you're ready to skip a step, say. Maybe you have the extra support, you have extra staff, you're just ready, and everything kind of comes at once. But I find the impatience hinders your ability to go to that next logical step, which slows you down, and that's not what you want. So ultimately, the way to use patience to your advantage is to first take a nice deep breath whenever you get into overwhelm. And second, recognize that you're not going to know every step to what you want. And you just need to look at your current knowledge and say, what's the next logical step? What do I need to know something new? Do I need to talk to someone new? And when it comes to growing your business, you can always find that out by talking to a business coach, talking to a colleague who's a couple steps ahead of you. They'll always be able to tell you what your next logical step is. And then you got to give yourself the opportunity to move in the direction of that next logical step and be able to actually receive it, own it, so that you can go to the next step. So it is the same as being on a ladder. So if you're at the bottom of the ladder and you want to go to the top, oftentimes people get impatient because they just want to be at the top of the ladder and they don't want to take the steps up to the top. But taking the steps up to the top is the easiest thing in the world to get to the top. Whereas I find in business, people think that they should be able to like put on a cape and fly to the top of the ladder, which is ultimately the end result they're looking for, in no time flat. And it just doesn't work that way because there's so many things that you need to learn and you need to understand. And all you're really looking for, you will have so much more fun in your business and you will move faster to what you really want in your business if you just keep focusing on the next logical step. If you just keep focusing on where do I need to go next, and enjoy that process instead of worrying about not being over here somewhere, wherever that is for you. Just keep enjoying the process. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint, right? So one thing I do want to invite you to do, if you are in your first year of coaching or you might be in your second year, but you're still not where you want to be, I do want to invite you to download the Ultimate Coaching Business Checklist, which you can do on the blog post under this video. And ultimately, it's going to give you the checklist of everything that you need so you can see if you've missed some logical steps. As well, there's a video series I created that's completely free that goes with it. I'm so excited about it, to help take you through and walk you through this checklist so that you can understand it in more deeper, so that you can figure out what it is you're missing. So me and you, we're going to have some good time together. We're going to sit down and walk through your business. So all you got to do is sign up below on the blog. If you're watching this anywhere other than the blog, just go there. And you will be able to download this checklist, the Ultimate Coaching Business Checklist, and it has everything you need to get yourself going and create a full-time business. So with that, I want to thank you for being on this video. Please do comment. Let me know, have you had times in your business where you had to sort of slow down to speed up? Do you ever notice that you get impatient and you're at the bottom of the ladder and you want to go to the top of the ladder and you just need to hold on, take a nice deep breath, and enjoy the steps up the ladder? I'd love to hear from you. And also, if you have any tips for anyone on how to do this, on how to be a little bit more patient, please feel free to put them in the comments. And as well, if you enjoyed this video, please do share it with a friend. So thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.